Surprise! Here I am. We're in Hakuba in Japan, skiing this week. I am going to share a vlog about Whoop and why I use a Whoop and the effects of things like travel and lifestyle choices on Whoop. The changes that I've made to my life as a result of having a Whoop. So follow along, no ride footage this week, back at it next week. Check it out. Okay, so it's day one. I'm at the airport. It's been a pretty early start today. A bit of a stressful morning getting here, you know what it's like getting to the airport, but the recovery is pretty strong. I'm recovered at 74% today, but it's going to be a pretty enduring kind of a day to get through. The next stop is going to be on the plane, it's going to be uncomfortable, it's going to be a 9-hour flight. Recovery tomorrow is probably going to be fairly impacted as a result of that. So let's see if the green holds up. I have been on a pretty good run of green. Hopefully I can stay green into this holiday. Okay, day two in Tokyo. We spent the day at Tokyo Disneyland yesterday. We're going to Tokyo Disneyland again today. Big day of walking, waiting in lines. My recovery yesterday was 30%. It's 33% today. They're both red scores. There's no avoiding this. It's attributable to the flight. I'm hoping for it to rise going into tomorrow. I am getting good sleep and I'm getting some pretty good rest with the family. So I'm at the snow now. This is about day 5. My heart rate variability is pretty low, which is meaning that my recovery scores have dropped as well. I'm on 27% today. I was on 27% yesterday. I think this is majorly a factor of poor sleep. Bed and the pillow weren't very good here, didn't sleep very well. Probably anticipation and excitement of going skiing. Plus, I don't think I've really drunk a lot of water, which is probably contributing to that low heart rate variability as well. Day 4 in the snow. Whoop score's still kind of in the toilet. Up around 50%. I think it's just all of the extra strain paired with probably not good enough food, too much MSG and not enough water.
A lot of people kind of wonder, when you use a Whoop, what are you using it for? What have you learned? Probably the best way of getting the most out of Whoop is using the journaling feature. It's a pretty simple function, but each day you fill out a journal. It's a number of tick boxes. You say what are the things that you did that day, or how much of those things did you do. Like how many hours did you work from home, or how many hours did you spend outdoors, or did you see friends and family. You tick all of these boxes, and over time you get this big data experience that talks about what has a positive impact on your recovery versus what has a negative impact on your recovery. Then it's pretty simple. Do more of the things that have a positive impact, do less of the things that have a negative impact. Probably the biggest thing that I've learned, and something that I think a lot of people learn when they're using Whoop, is the negative effects of alcohol on your recovery and your body's general wellness. Alcohol is not something that's ever really agreed with me. I've done a lot of drinking. I love the taste of beer. But my body doesn't love it. And when you start to see those effects measured in data, you quickly realize that maybe this is something that I don't need in life. A night drinking basically guarantees that you're going to have a red recovery the following day. For the last 12 months, I haven't had any alcohol. And to be honest, I haven't really missed it all that much. What I learned about myself and drinking was that I enjoyed the ritual more than I enjoyed the actual alcohol. So I found that I've been able to replace drinking beers with drinking non-alcoholic beers. And the wonderful thing is that they're everywhere today. I'm in Japan right now, but there's options everywhere of all the brands you know, and even craft beers. So you're able to have the ritual of drinking a beer without necessarily having the negative impacts of having alcohol. Another major factor is sleep. None of us probably have enough sleep, or maybe if we are having enough sleep, we're not having enough consistent sleep. Going to bed at a similar time, getting up at a similar time. You need to learn your body's patterns and what's going to work for you. Maybe life requires you to get up earlier or stay up later. You got to counterbalance that some way. The last big learning that I had was about water. This is probably something that I knew, and it's probably something that all of you know, but we don't drink enough water. Days where I log higher water intake, I have better recovery. My heart rate variability is higher. So make a habit of drinking more water. Okay, so I'm back. I left the snow with 37% recovery. I was really starting to come back, I felt. We went into the flight. Inevitably, that was another red recovery, down to 23%. Spending a little bit of time at home, starting to get back, got back up to 48%. But then I did my first ride yesterday, which was a tempo ride, about an hour, sitting around 300 watts. And today I'm 6% recovered, which is the lowest recovery I've seen in quite some time. I think the major contributing factor here is obviously ongoing fatigue, but that I think led it to me catching something on the plane. I'm not feeling 100%, a little bit under the weather, which I think is contributing to that low score. I'm pretty eager to get back training, get back to peak fitness, and getting ready for my next challenge. This video was a bit of an aside from my regular content. Hopefully I haven't lost any of you with this slight divergence. I'm going to be back to riding this week. Got Zwift Racing League going on at the moment. Going to be doing some bigger outdoor rides as I prepare for that next challenge. So back to the regular scheduled programming from now. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one. If you're considering Whoop, I would absolutely recommend it. I've learned so much about myself. I've been able to adapt my training and adapt my lifestyle in a way that promotes greater performance. If you're at the pointy end of the Whoop decision, I've put a referral link in the description. It'll give you a free month and it'll give me a free month. We might as well scratch each other's back there. If you ever Whoop, let me know how you're going with it. And until next time, see ya!